The latest from our daily newsletter at podnews.net. If you're seeing lower download numbers from Apple Podcasts, you're not alone. There's an auto-download bug in iOS 14.6, Apple says. Listening is unaffected and it'll be fixed, say Apple, with a software update, and good on them for being open. One podcast host tells Pod News that all this started in late May. Two hosts we've spoken to report a 27% drop in Apple downloads month on month. Podcast publishers have contacted us reporting similar. Now, since Apple accounts for about 40% of all downloads, the industry might see an overall 11% drop in June. That translates to a $7.7 million loss in ad revenue. It will be fixed, of course, but because the Podcasts app is part of the operating system, it needs to wait for the next iOS update. iHeartRadio has launched Next Up, an initiative for underrepresented diverse creators. Submissions open on Monday. There's a link in our show notes and our newsletter today. Double Elvis and tie-dye pioneer Rit Dye are raising awareness for mental health, inspired by Janis Joplin, who's profiled in the latest season of 27 Club. They're selling an exclusive tie-dye t-shirt kit. There are only 27 available. You'll find the link in our show notes and our newsletter today. Go buy it. Use Clubhouse or Twitter Spaces. Headliner is working on a tool to turn your recordings into short promo videos for social media. You can sign up for early access in a link in our show notes and our newsletter. In a tweet, Good Pods suggests that podcasters who want more listeners, never heard of any of those, might wish to claim their shows in advance of new features they're launching next week. You can do that from your profile in the Good Pods app. Art19 now allows advertisers to target based on device types and listening platforms. Podcast Brunch Club's podcast playlist for July is around the theme of fixing things. PR Offit, or Profit if you like, a tool for PR people, has partnered with Podchaser. The IAB Fall Podcast Upfront has been confirmed as a virtual event. It's on September the 9th and 10th. We link to where to register. And Zoom has purchased an AI company building real-time translation. That'd be pretty cool in a podcast app too. And in podcast news, the Seven Network, an Australian TV broadcaster, has launched No Turning Back, a podcast to accompany their coverage of the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympic Games. And Pieces of Britney is a new podcast from BBC Radio 4, looking how women are treated in the spotlight and how Britney joined a roster of women fetishised by the media. And that's the latest from our newsletter. For all the links, we're at podnews.net.